Hi, we're the Stuckerts, Jonathan and Jennifer. We have two sons who've been educated here at Faith Lutheran School. Our oldest is Will, who just graduated, and our youngest is Jack, who will be a rising 7th grader next year. And we're here to just give you a short testimonial of the experience we've had at Faith Lutheran School.
We've really appreciated specifically the way that Faith Lutheran has nurtured our sons over the years, the love that the teachers show the students, their particular care for them as people, as developing children, facilitating their growth into young men, in our case, has been a really amazing process.
As I've reflected on our experience here, especially in light of the global pandemic, during the time of this pandemic, I think all of us have come to a greater appreciation of a number of things. Included among those would be family, intimacy, connection, and flexibility. Family has always been something we've experienced here at Faith Lutheran School, and it's something that drew us to Lutheran schools to begin with. I'm the product of Lutheran education. My father worked his whole career in Lutheran education, so it was no surprise to us that when we came here we found a family-type atmosphere, and that's been very essential to us. Our sons have developed relationships with younger children, developed strong relationships with their teachers. Even intimate relationships where they've shared kind of their deepest desires, fears, longings, things like that. And their teachers have really gone out of their way to get to know them. In terms of connecting, I know the school's motto is connecting people to Jesus, and we've certainly seen that. Both of our sons first professed faith while in Mrs. Free's class, who no longer teaches here, but she was I believe it was a kindergarten teacher. And
4-year-old, yeah.
4-year-old, okay.
Mm-hmm.
4-year-old teacher. And she just had a great way of speaking the truth of the gospel to that developmental age. And so both boys really came to apprehend the gospel at that age, and we were very appreciative of that. All kids are gifted differently. Every child is unique. And that is another thing we've appreciated about Faith, is that they've gone out of their way to be flexible with our children. Both of them have been able to pursue interests and accelerated curriculum that they've desired to do, even when it meant that they might be doing an independent study or studying with one-on-one tutoring or something like that. And that's been something that's allowed them to grow beyond what they would do at maybe more of a cookie-cutter type of approach to education.
You took my point.
That's all right.
We're really grateful for all that adaptability, the way the teachers saw what our kids were able to learn and their capacity for learning and pushed them to their next best place, whether that meant allowing extra spelling words for their class or independent reading in smaller groups in other parts of the classroom. We just saw time and again where they went the extra mile, even added extra curriculum on the fly to meet our kids' pace and needs to continue to grow and learn. And that's made this place unique, and we're really appreciative for that. Maybe my final point is because it's a smaller school, our sons have really had the opportunity to step into leadership. Mm-hmm. Leadership in extracurricular activities and leadership in student body activities. Because there were less students in general, that meant that if they had an interest or desire to show leadership, they had an opportunity to do it. And so we really appreciate the way Faith has created a place for them to grow and develop in leadership specifically.
Now, most of you are probably thinking about other schools, maybe even public schools. And this year we're making the transition, our oldest son having graduated, to go to a public school. And one of the things we're going to miss is having our input valued. You get into a larger context, even with a private school, you don't have much say in what happens. But at Faith, we've always felt that our concerns were taken seriously and that the school always strove to meet those with flexibility and adaptability, both of the things we've mentioned, and care for our kids.
Anyway, we can't recommend Faith high enough. We hope that this might be a school where you'd find a great place for your kids too.